From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 9. Presented by Renault Quid. Powered by PolicyBazaar.com and OLX Cash My Car.
Good evening and welcome. Great to see you on top of the week. And I would like to start with some big breaking news. Ladies and gentlemen, Twitter, the San Francisco-based company, which for the last 1 week has effectively joined hands with Pakistan-based ISI handles by providing them a free and unquestioned platform. Twitter, which has worked against India's national interest by refusing to act against these Pakistani hate mongers. Twitter, which in fact has rewarded them with blue ticks, amplifying their hate. Twitter, which believes that it will make money in San Francisco by having a large presence of followers in India. That Twitter, which is used by fake and congy handles and international conspirators to spread hate on our soil. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to tell you that Twitter has now got an emergency notice. In my hands right now is this letter, which is also going to be put out on our digital platform, Republic World, within minutes from now. The full letter sent by the Superintendent of Police from Srinagar, telling Twitter and warning Twitter to immediately deactivate another handle of a person who claims to be a journalist in Pakistan, but is nothing short of a bloodthirsty, jihad-backing, ISI-backed, ISI-sponsored fake news expert. And ladies and gentlemen, this propaganda war against India has existed for years. But the beautiful thing now is that tonight, and I can say this with some pride, that on the pious occasion of Eid, at a time when you have remarkable levels of fake news campaigns by these Pak-based ISI handles, and even, unfortunately, the BBC, that Jurassic relic of journalism in today's times, that on the day of Eid, we can say that the people of India have shown an unextinguishable and unquestionable unity. A unity that Sonia Gandhi, the Vadra family, the Congress, or the ISI, separately or together, can never break. A unity that can never threaten. Hashtag Twitter gets notice. Make it trend tonight. Let Twitter and all these international conspirators get a clear message from the people of India that no longer will they be allowed to run havoc at a time when Indians come together, their business interests apart. We will make sure that none of these social media groups will ever be allowed to run havoc in our country. Our sovereignty and our integrity is supreme. That's debate number 1 tonight, viewers. Twitter gets a notice. We are delighted Twitter got a notice, and let this serve as a clear and unquestionable warning to all those anti-nationals who still, despite this, would think they can have a free run on our soil. Debate number 2 tonight. Debate number 2 is about how Sonia Gandhi tries to do something in India which she would never do in her motherland of Italy. In her motherland of Italy, she would never put one Italian against another. In her motherland of Italy, she would never put one religion against another. But back with a bang, Sonia Gandhi. Sonia Gandhi now starts a Hindu-Muslim divide. How much lower can they fall? That's debate number 2, ladies and gentlemen. And here are the headlines this Monday evening on the debate tonight. Twitter gets a notice. Twitter forced breaking news to block ISI agents' blue tick handle in India. It's a Republic TV impact. Would the IT ministry consider telling Twitter to block all those accounts who are working against our national security.
Attack on India's integrity, seeking to break India, will not be plainly acceptable.
Republic Media Network's Unstoppable campaign is a national movement. Twitter now is on the government radar, and all foreign publications and channels which spread fake news will be next.
We see some malicious campaign by on the social media platform being done, and that has been strongly refuted.
The CRPF and the Kashmir police also come forward, join hands to jointly expose the fake Pakistani propaganda. Twitter gets a notice.
அது இஸ்லாமிய பெரும்பான்மை மாநிலமாக இருப்பதால் அவர்களை உறுத்துது, கண்ணை உறுத்துது, ஆகவே இதை செய்கிறார்கள்.
Within 1 day of coming back as Congress President Sonia Gandhi takes a decision to communalize the integration of Kashmir, Sonia Gandhi's comeback communal strategy. As Kashmir peacefully celebrates Eid, the Tukre gang poster boy Shah Faisal gives a call for violence. And from the streets of Srinagar to the lanes of Anantnag, Kashmir unites to send one message of peace, unity and togetherness on Eid. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, to all of you, Eid Mubarak. It's the biggest impact of the Republic Media Network's campaign against the ISI-backed and ISI-sponsored fake news against Kashmir and Kashmiris on Twitter. The Jammu and Kashmir police have served a notice to Twitter over allowing fake news by a Pakistani pseudo-journalist and ISI stooge called Wajahat Khan. Twitter has been asked to furnish details of his account holder, including his registered email ID, mobile number and IP addresses. In a letter written to Twitter, the Jammu and Kashmir police has spoken about how fake news is endangering the lives of people in Kashmir.
Yeah.
And Niranjan has more. Niranjan. Okay, Niranjan is yet to join us, but before that, let's run the full news package right on top of the debate today about how the people of India have launched a massive campaign against this fake news.
On the debate tonight, Republic Media Network's campaign against ISI fake news is a national movement. Our position has been clear since the very beginning.
If Twitter operates in India and they make money in India, then you need to respect India's unity, sovereignty, and those who attack it cannot be given an open platform by Twitter to do what they want. If they want to promote the ISI interest, then Twitter must leave India and then try to do that.
We wrote to Twitter, showed them the proof, and demanded accountability.
I have seen Hafiz Saeed propaganda being spread from Pakistan on Twitter. How much ISI propaganda will Twitter allow? That's my question. Pakistani Twitter handles. And I'm asking you right now, if Zaid Hamid's account is not brought down, then Pakistan and Twitter are one. That's absolutely clear. Then the people of India will decide.
Despite repeated warnings, ISI peddled fake news and Twitter looked the other way.
Despite the repeated, strong, almost emotional appeals from millions of Indians, this American company, Twitter, has refused to act. It has refused to use its available instruments to stop the Pakistani fake news machinery. And in fact, most shockingly, this company continues to behave in this way. It has amplified the Pakistani fake news campaign with blue tick aggression.
Today they've been forced to act. ISI fake news expert Zaid Hamid, who also launched a campaign against Republic TV, has been blocked by Twitter in India. The Information and Broadcasting Ministry is the second ministry in the Modi government to take note and promise action.
Would the IT ministry consider telling Twitter to block all those accounts who are working against our national security interests?
As I said just now, fake news impinging upon country's security is plainly not acceptable. Let me return to Delhi. I will look into the entire situation myself, and my department will surely do follow-up matter with the Twitter.
As Twitter comes under intense scrutiny, the CRPF and Jammu and Kashmir police have also called out Pakistan's propaganda. A Pakistani journalist who goes by the handle Waj S. Khan tried to spread malicious information about our forces.
A malicious campaign by on the social media platform is being done, and that has been strongly refuted, and we also request citizens not to pay attention to any such kind of malicious campaign.
Republic TV has launched a war against the ISI and its puppets on Twitter. The American social media giant has no option but to act.
When are they going to block and identify those Twitter handles that will stop and continue to block those Twitter handles that are continuing to spread fake news and threaten India's national security? The bigger question, it's also the government putting pressure on Twitter. It's time they take action. For Republic Media Network, I'm Ridhumanan Bharadwaj.
And I'm delighted, actually. The difference this time is, we usually take these this fake news that is spread, sometimes by New York Times, sometimes by Reuters, sometimes by Washington Post, sometimes by BBC. Nopur, we usually don't react to it, and we say, okay, forget it, ignore these people, they don't understand the country, they're one stringer sitting out somewhere, they have no sources, no contacts, right? They are biased, they're prejudiced, and we say, let them be. Today, I think, however, the great thing about tonight is that we are not letting them be, we are going after them, Nopur. Isn't that the best thing? That we will prove their propaganda campaign to be biased. We're going to go after them, Nopur. Start the debate. Nopur is the editor of opindia.com, joining us from Kolkata. Nopur, yes, please.
But I think, Arnab, Twitter
1 minute, Syed, it's not your turn yet.
Great, because if you
it's not your turn yet. Don't behave like you're on Twitter. Go on, Nopur.
If you remember, even during the Charare Sharif operation, BBC had shown Chechnya footage, and they had shown Russian troops and branded them as Indian troops firing at the shrine. During the Hazrat Bal operation, they had done the same. Now they are doing the same. After the Balakot incident, they had basically ran a segment where they had deliberately left out Kashmiri Hindu voices and focused only on separatist voices to fan tension and violence. You named Wajahat Khan, that journalist or whatever he is.
No, he's a sold-out jihadi with no sources. He's a sold-out jihadi with no sources except in Rawalpindi.
We've just seen that there's this Air Marshal Shahid Latif, who is spreading a police drill, a mock drill from 2017 in Jharkhand as something that is happening in Kashmir right now. These are dangerous elements, and Op India at least has been saying it for the past 3-4 years that these are dangerous elements that fan tension, that fan discord. In fact, I would like to say
we've been telling them.
It's not just international.
No, we've been telling them.
There is
we've been telling them for far too long. The difference is, we've been telling them for far too long. We've been exceptionally polite. These people don't understand it. We need to call them out. We need to call them names. We need to expose them for their lies. And let me tell you these lies, from BBC to New York Times, from Reuters to the Washington Post. There is a video. There is a video doing the rounds, Nopur.
Which is hand in gloves.
Yeah, no, there's a video doing the rounds.
If I can come in, please.
No, 1 second. You come in after I expose these people a little bit more. There's a video doing the rounds that claims that over 10,000 people protested in the valley and faced brutal firing from our forces. What a damn lie, Saira. Yeah. What a damn lie. And what is scary is that people like you, Saira, are not protesting about it. One more. One more.
To reiterate once again.
I thought today that your infantile debates about who is a patriot and who is a nationalist will be forgotten. I thought today that you would stand together as one, but you disappoint me, Saira.
Nationalists and patriots.
Any national media or international media.
It's about the truth.
Whoever is spreading fake news.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I'm back on the debate right now. One second. Thanks very much. I'll improve the audio line and come back with you. 1 second. My point is today, viewers, I warn you tonight. I warn you against Twitter. I seriously warn you against the BBC.
Arnab,
The BBC.
What you have against Twitter?
I'm telling you one thing. 1 second.
The BBC ran a research paper which was utterly fake. It was pulled down. And then they put a veiled apology and a veiled retraction when they put it back up.
And they have the audacity.
Because they wanted to find nationalists as fake news purveyors. Because they attacked the national integrity of
firstly,
India
Arnab,
over and over
No, 1 minute. I'm not even coming on.
Public TV has made a huge campaign.
Yeah, God is on. Everyone's on. Yeah.
I think Mr. Arnab Goswami and his team has done a credible campaign. I'm glad that Twitter has been held and Zaid Hamid today has been blocked. Let's understand that Zaid Hamid
He's not been blocked in Pakistan. Gaurav, has he been blocked in Pakistan? No, he's not been blocked in Pakistan.
It's not just about Zaid Hamid.
Also, I'd like
Twitter
to
is
say,
taking you for granted.
All the hate mongers. What about Ravi Shankar Prasad's BJP party people who are hate mongers? What about Ravi Shankar Prasad?
Samit Patra is on the
BJP
debate.
people who spread fake news. What about them?
Prasad is Zaid Zaman Hamid. Really? Hello? What are you saying? Ravi Shankar Prasad is a hate monger?
Your party.
No. I want to know, Mr. Goswami, do you have a Pakistani panelist over here or is he an Indian panelist? What is he saying? Ravi Shankar Prasad is a hate monger?
Your BJP.
No, excuse me. No, we are here to attack upon the hate mongers. We are here to attack upon those who propagate fake propaganda. And here we have a panelist who says that Ravi Shankar Prasad is a hate monger. No, this cannot be taken. This is objectionable, sir.
Fake news. What about that?
BJP IT cell, would you attack ISI?
Notice for the
Sorry, sir. Stop attacking the BJP IT cell. Mr. Goswami, on issues as serious as this, I don't want to get into this kind of political debate. This is a debate of national interest. We have to keep all our petty politics apart. We have to rise above this petty politics of BJP and Congress, and we have to see to it that we preserve the sanctity of national security. Sir, sorry. You are rather than attacking those who are hate-mongering, you are attacking your own minister. Do I need a Pakistani fake propagandist over here when I have to deal with the likes of you? Sorry, sir.
How dare you? To hell with Pakistan. I condemn Pakistan. I care.
Do you know what debate you are on, sir?
Okay.
Do you know what
I am on the debate? Abhijit Iyer Mitra is on the debate. Let's get four on the screen, please. And I would like to tell you this. 1 second. 1 second. We speak on fact. Oh, come on, you. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me now. 1 second, Nupur. 1 second. Don't get provoked. Abhijit Iyer Mitra, don't get provoked. Let me come into the debate. I first want to tell you this. I first want to.
National integrity.
Can I?
This is so tragic. It's about national integrity and the truth. It's not about BJP versus Congress. This country belongs to the citizens and every politician, including you and
union territory.
Why are you turning it political when it's against the international media?
Well, I would.
I'm sorry?
You have destroyed an Indian state for the first time in our history.
Go, Samit Patra. 1 second. Samit is back on the debate. I think we are on.
That is also.
नहीं मिस्टर गोस्वामी ये रात को 9 बजे ड्रैकुला को पकड़ के कहां से लाते हैं इनको घर से निकाल देते हैं नहीं ये 9 बजे इनको घर से निकाल देते हैं लोग क्योंकि इवन देयर फैमिली विल नॉट टॉलरेट देम मैं बताता हूं अभिजीत जी इनको घर से लोग निकाल देते हैं कि 9 बजे डिबेट रख के जाओ सड़कों पे जाओ कार में डिबेट करना बिकॉज़ देयर फैमिली आल्सो विल नॉट टॉलरेट देम और ये हमारे पे अत्याचार करते हैं 9 बजते हैं दो ड्रैकुला ये दूसरा ड्रैकुला भी आया हुआ है दोनों ड्रैकुला कार में बैठ के उनका शिकार करने निकलते हैं ये दोनों ये खून चूसेंगे
कार में बैठे चाहे हवाई जहाज में बैठे तुम्हारा क्या जाता है
हमारे देश
तुम्हारा क्या जाता है
ये दोनों ड्रैकुला आ गए ये हमारा खून चूसेंगे गाड़ी में बैठ के खून चूसेंगे दोनों बैठे हुए हो ये देश के नेशनल सिक्योरिटी का विषय है चुपचाप बैठ जाइए आप
We're on a serious debate. We're on a serious debate. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, viewers.
ले जाओ.
We are on a serious debate. We need to come back to the issue. Come on now, please. Nobody's a Dracula. Stop calling anyone a Dracula, please. What do you think? You are Mandrake? Please, Sambit. Please, wait a minute, please. Let's go back to the subject of the debate. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Okay, so what do you think you are, Syed? Flash Gordon? Wait.
ये बदतमीज को कहां से लेके आते हो? ये बदतमीज को कहां से लेके आते हो? पात्रा जैसे
आप लोगों को लेसन सिखाने आता
सारे लोगों को पाकिस्तानी बोलेगा,
आप लोगों को लेसन सिखाने
बोलेगा, देश सुनेगा, बदतमीजी की एक लिमिट होती है.
लेसन सिखाएगा. ये शाम को 9 बजे
बदतमीजी की एक लिमिट होती है. Either you debate on fact or you better keep quiet. Learn that. I'm telling you.
के खिलाफ बोलिए.
गाड़ी में बैठे, हवाई जहाज में बैठे, घोड़े में बैठे. You don't have facts, so you try to.
Can I, gentlemen, first of all, I'm happy today. Thanks very much. Abhijit Iyer Mitra, please control Sambit Patra sitting to your right or left, wherever he is. 1 second. Abhijit Iyer Mitra, come into the debate. Gaurav Arya, come into the debate. 1 second, please. 1 second, everyone, please. Surendra Chauhan has not spoken. Roydin Roach is quiet. 1 minute. Can you all be quiet for a minute? I want to make one point. Thank you. Abhijit. Okay, Abhijit. Abhijit, I want to discuss the broader issue.
Take cognizance of this. Today, what has happened to Shobha Day and what has happened here is that a Pakistani geostrategic analyst known with links to the army has come out and said that Mamata Banerjee, Indian National Congress, communists are all fifth columns. We support them. They play to our tunes out there. So with what face are these people saying that they're not fifth columns? You know, they've forgotten what it is to be an Indian and they're going on blithering around. ठीक है, बीजेपी कांग्रेस का करना है करो, but why you attacking the country? 370 is good for the country, na? And you have been exposed. You've been exposed both by the former High Commissioner and you have been exposed.
If Twitter handle, the certified accounts are there. You block them as you have blocked the entire
now
Kashmir,
let me show you
Jammu
about
and
Twitter.
Kashmir,
Let me know.
entire internet, entire communication has been blocked. Why can't you block
Twitter?
Why can't you block for
the
Twitter
joke
handle?
that is Twitter?
What holds you?
Can we zoom in on this, please?
No, but why can't you hold it?
I can access Zaid Zaman Hamid's Twitter account right here because I've installed a VPN and I'm able to go check him out. You know, this nonsense of blocking this guy in India, but this bugger still has worthless terrorist swine has a blue tick. Can you imagine this bugger has a blue tick? Now, how do we not hold
Twitter is allowing
either Twitter is responsible for the content or it is not responsible for the content.
Why can't you hold them?
You can't go around blocking things.
Why can't you block them?
Or if you're blocking things,
how many people in the
country
country are using Twitter handles?
No. If Twitter has decided,
complete rubbish.
No. Can I tell you one thing? If Twitter has decided, can I intervene right now and make one point? Please, Syed, hear me for a minute. If Twitter has decided that it does not respect the sovereignty of this country, then I say Twitter, get out. Twitter, quit India. I'm saying today, if Twitter does not believe in respecting the sovereignty of this country, Twitter, leave India, quit India. And I would say with absolute sincerity that I would say that to any platform, American or otherwise, that violates our sovereignty. And my point, if I can, gentlemen, can I please? Nishant, will you chill for a minute? I want to say something. Viewers, I want to speak to you, viewers. Sambit, 1 minute. Sambit, wait a minute. Nishant, wait a minute. I want to say something. I want to say something. I want to say something. And this is what I want to say. Hear me, please. You know, I don't want to be rude like you, Nishant. Viewers, the BBC is a taxpayer-funded Jurassic Park, not even Neanderthal, but Paleolithic organization that is dying because it has no viewership. It is only people like Nishant Verma and the Vadra family who want to keep it alive here in India. The BBC has the audacity. Nishant, quiet! The BBC has the audacity to say we stand by our journalism.
The BJP man.
We stand by our journalism. Nopur, they say we stand by our journalism. What journalism? You don't check your facts. You have no sources. You say 10,000 people protested and faced brutal firing. And today the Principal Secretary of Jammu and Kashmir, Rohit Kansal, says there was no firing incident in the state. Not a single bullet has been fired. Not a single bullet has been fired by security forces. Why should I sit here and take this rubbish?
The facts of Kashmir. You guys have gone nuts. You guys
of lies.
Why did you come out and talk about it?
Fake news. The greatest purveyors of fake news today is the mainstream media.
There is absolute peace. Royden, you are a congressman. And like a loyal congressman, you're speaking against the country.
Or the Barkhas or the Rajdeeps or the Rana Ayubs of the world. They are not going to act against mainstream media.
Nupur.
Suspending Zahid Hamid is not going to do anything.
Yes, Nupur.
Suspending Zahid Hamid is not going to do anything because he's an idiot.
Why do you say so?
But Twitter is not going to act against the mainstream media, which is because he's a known ISI stooge. He's a known hate news peddler. Now the problem is that the main fake news purveyors are the international media and the Indian media and its journalists, which are hands and gloves with Pakistan and the international media to undermine the sovereignty of the country.
On this program,
Twitter is not going to act against the Barkhas and Rajdeep Sardaris of the world. They are not going to act against Rana Ayubs, who are turning this into a Hindu-Muslim issue.
BJP is the one
they are not
who
going to
is
act
trying to use Twitter. Arnab,
your
the journalists, falling on deaf ears.
Do you get that?
Do you get that?
I need to reply.
Twitter and evil.
Okay, 1 second. May I make a statement in response to what you've said? No, very often. Now let me say this, Nupur. Let me say this, Nupur. I wish to make a point now. I wish to make the point now. And in response to what you've said, Nupur, may I say this, that we believe in all shades of opinion. Nupur, let me say this to you. Please hear me on this. I believe in all shades of opinion. I am a great believer in the diversity of democracy and the implementation of the freedom of expression in this country, but I cannot believe it sometimes. You mention individuals, I won't mention on them. That's your personal opinion. I'm not putting that out here because I do not want our views on individuals. We may or may not agree on it to cloud the issue at hand. 1 second. Nupur, let me say this. Let me say my piece. Let me say my piece, Nupur. Let me say my piece, Nupur.
A book that allegedly said that a journalist undermined India's interest during Kargil. That's all I'm
No, I will only say this. Nupur, you know what? I'll tell you this where my personal position is on issues like this. I believe sometimes that we need to stay central on the issue. I, therefore, 1 minute, Syed, be quiet, your volume's down anyway because I'm speaking right now. I believe for all the flaws in individuals, for all the mistakes they make, for all the prejudice that they have, for all the deep-seated hate they may carry, this debate is not about individuals. This debate is about an issue. And hence, at this point of time, I do appeal, however, and I have no view on the individuals you mentioned. No, Nupur, let me continue to say this. Nupur, let me complete my piece, please. For God's sake, at least you don't interrupt me. My point here is, I believe that all of us in India are fighting a bigger battle. I don't want that bigger battle to become a smaller battle, talking about individuals who in the journalistic profession may have lines that we don't agree with. Yes, we don't agree with them, but we shall not be them. We shall not bring this down to talking about individuals. We will rise above. We will have to rise above, and we will have to therefore talk about the larger issue at hand. And what is the larger issue at hand? The larger issue at hand, Nupur, is...
The organized Indian media mafia.
You may say, you see, Nupur, that's your view. I'm not getting into it. Now my point is, I truly tell you, I don't care about it. You know, you mentioned individuals. God give everyone sanity. God give everyone reason. God give everyone an opportunity to repent. And God give everyone the realization that if you live on this soil, you have to be loyal to your country. But beyond that, I will not speak about individuals because that's not the issue for me. My issue is...
complete drama, making people a fool.
The Indian media mafia that is undermining.
I have no views. Even if I have views, that's not the purpose of the program. My question is, Gaurav, my question is about when you lie, you must apologize. You know, this BBC shares videos talking about massive trouble inside Kashmir, right?
Then ask Mr. Amit Shah and ask the Prime Minister, why are they lying to the nation?
Nobody's lying. You see the flaws in that video now, let me tell you. One journalist to another. Listen to me.
I need to come in here, Mr. Goswami.
No, Sambit, you wait.
To talk over here. Since Amit Shah ji and Prime Minister have been attacked, I want to come in. Mr. Goswami, as far as BBC is concerned, as yet I was oblivious of the full form of BBC.
Arnab, you have a habit of
just
phone
before
line?
coming to the
Why don't you
studio what
open the
was the
phone
full
line
form of
and
BBC,
let the Srinagar
and they told me it
people
was
call you?
blatant
Why don't you do that?
bunkum
No,
chicanery.
let me challenge you on this.
Blatant bunkum
let's see-
chicanery. Is
let's
this the
see
full form of
what you do
BBC?
every time.
Blatant
You have a habit of opening the
bunkum
phone
chicanery.
line. Open the
And why
phone
are we
line
buying
and
what
only
BBC
call
is
to be
showing?
received
Why
from
are we not
Srinagar?
buying what
Let's see
Republic
what
is showing?
celebrations have happened.
Why are we not buying what
You cannot
Indian
do
channels
that.
are showing?
So what is what-
Ironically,
who is
this
lying?
is what is
Okay, I want to make a
expected
point.
of all these foreign media.
I want to make a point.
Expected of the Pakistan.
No, I want to make
These
a
are
point.
expected
Open
as
the
Mr.
phone
Goswami.
line and
Many
only
of the
facts calls from
contributors in
Srinagar.
this foreign
Let us
media
hear
are from
that
India.
what is Baramulla,
I can tell you 10
Gulbarga,
names who
Sonabad,
contribute in
Anantnag.
Washington Post.
What is
I
happening?
can give you
Let's
10
open up.
names who
Let's open
contribute
up.
in
I
New York
challenge you.
Post. I can give you 10 names who contribute in BBC as well. These people, these car Draculas, these car Draculas are the ones who contribute.
This is the BBC.
These are the my question, Mr. Goswami is, why should we forgive Sobha De? Why should we not ask questions of her? She is an Indian and she goes ahead to say that she wants plebiscite in Kashmir. We have Arundhati Rai over here. Why should we question a Pakistani? We know the stated stand of Pakistani, but ye apne desh ka khate hain aur Pakistan ka gun gaate hain.
You have a simple day.
No, we know of Pakistanis. We know that they are enemies.
Raises
But
an eye
what of
against the
Indians?
government.
What of
Question
P.
the government.
Sir, aram se.
Samit Patra, what is your problem with Twitter?
What do you have to say of P. Chidambaram, sir?
No, anybody can say the government. Now the automatically threat has come to the nation.
No, sir.
Sorry, in the last 72 years, there was no threat.
No,
India
sir,
was united as it is today.
You use
It will
Twitter,
remain united.
you abuse Twitter.
Do not shout, sir. Sir, my question is, you know what the Pakistanis would do. But look at the enemies within. We are having enemies within our home. We have P. Chidambaram, Digvijay Singh, Manish Shankar.
You are expert in crushing the people's voice. You are expert in crushing the people's voice.
What is the full form of BBC? What is the full form of BBC?
You know it better.
Now what is it?
Like you're calling Dracula everyone.
Repeat after me. Repeat after me. Sir, you are a decent.
Every Indian
full form of BBC.
What is BBC?
Full form of BBC.
Everybody knows BBC.
Blatant bunkum chicanery.
Like just say Dracula in your language. Sorry.
Repeat.
You repeat it. You can't do it.
Blatant.
This is your philosophy.
So what is the full form, sir? Let me know.
Everybody knows it. What is BBC?
No one knows. I don't know, sir. Enlighten me.
You go to the back to the school.
There's a socialite.
To the school.
Okay, one more thing. I want to come here. Gaurav Arya is on the debate right now. Can we have some order on the debate, please? Thank you very much. Thank you.
They want to make money.
Major Gaurav Arya has not spoken.
Out of death. This is what they put up as.
Okay, Abhijit goes first.
People
Abhijit.
are dying in Kashmir, so please watch BBC. But Arnab, the BBC, unfortunately, Sambit is being very polite to them. These guys are
your channel is very
vultures,
fast.
eating maggots.
Republic is doing very bad.
Abhijit Iyer on screen.
It's an advertisement for conflict.
Jammu and Kashmir.
It's an advertisement for conflict where
there are 22 districts.
That
Why
nobody
can't
is
you
watching
show
BBC.
the scenario of
We
each
show you
district
death
to
the
the
best.
nation?
So please watch death on our channel. This is how they advertise. War profiteers, grave robbers, disgusting maggots who
ignore
eat
that.
the
Ignore
flesh
that.
of corpses.
Ignore
that is what the BBC is.
Now here's one question.
125 crore Indian citizens are not using Twitter handle.
No ethics, nothing, because they're a government-run organization who don't have to perform.
I wish to
Abhijit, good for nothings.
Abhijit, one minute. I wish to make a point out here, and I want to talk for just 30 seconds about how a narrative is built. Viewers, and may I have silence for a minute? Syed, can you give your throat a break? I don't know how you do it, man. Relax now for 5 minutes. Please, Nopur, please have pity on me. Please, Nopur, please. Nopur, please. Nopur, please. You know how it is to sit with, 10 unruly people every night, right? 1 second. Now listen to me, Gaurav. I'll tell you how a narrative is built. A useless, out of work socialite claiming to be a columnist is picked up by the Pakistan High Commission. I'm not taking the name. People, please guess who I'm talking about. A useless socialite claiming to be a columnist, largely out of work, whose entire life, entire journalistic career has been about selling sleazy stories about Bollywood, now claims to be a columnist, is picked up. No names, Samit Patra, I don't take names. People can speculate. Listen, And if the person has a guilty conscience, they can think about, confess they were the person. Apparently, the Pakistan High Commission, Gaurav.
I've still not got.
Gaurav, apparently the Pakistan High Commissioner, ex-High Commissioner Abdul Basit ने कहा है कि ऐसे एक खातून को, मैं कोट कर रहा हूं, मेरे लिए तो ये बड़ा चैलेंज था. This is the words of the Pakistan ex-High Commissioner Abdul Basit. It's going viral right now. मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज था कि मैं किसी इंडियन जर्नलिस्ट को कन्विंस करूं कि अखबार में कोई अच्छा सा आर्टिकल लिख दो भाई कश्मीर के सेल्फ डिटर्मिनेशन के लिए. तो यानी कि देश में दे वर लुकिंग फॉर मीर जाफर. एंड देन दिस एक खातून जो मुझे मिली जो बहुत प्रोमिनेंट डैश डैश डैश, आई एम नॉट गिविंग द नेम ऑफ द पर्सन, शी रोट एन आर्टिकल. उनसे मैंने मुलाकात की, मैंने इनको समझाया, तो उन्होंने आर्टिकल में आखिरी में एक सेंटेंस लिखा कि नाउ इज द टाइम टू रिजॉल्व दिस इश्यू वंस एंड फॉर ऑल थ्रू अ प्लेबिसाइट. गौरव, इसका मतलब यह है कि एक, दिस इज वन आउट ऑफ वर्क जर्नलिस्ट. दैट मीन्स द पाकिस्तान हाई कमीशन पिक्स अप ऑल आउट ऑफ वर्क जर्नलिस्ट. They either pay them or brainwash them or organize 5-star trips for them. And these people write whatever is dictated by the damn Pakistanis. Shame on these people. We're supposed to learn journalism from these people, Gaurav. Sellouts. Sellouts of the highest order.
Arnab, India's, I would like to make a comment, Arnab.
Have you seen the journalists
Nothing very much.
who are helping
10 seconds.
the BJP?
India's history is replete with examples of people who have opened the doors of the fortress from inside. Whether it is Mir Jafar, whether it is, somebody else, India is a land which is full, our history has always thrown up once in a while these traitors. Now, what is happening, Arnab? It is, I mean, it brings a great deal of sadness to my heart. I'm extremely sad when I see this debate, Arnab. We are talking about Pakistanis because Pakistanis have launched an information war on India. It's very clear that these people, this person on screen, this guy wearing the red monkey cap, he and his ilk in Pakistan have launched a battle against India. They have launched a cyber war against India. They want to create a communal divide in India. But it, Arnab, breaks my heart when I see people going Congress and BJP. For heaven's sake, you're Indians. Your party comes later. Your Indianness, your nationality comes first. Please unite at least on this issue.
We don't need
Congress BJP ki ladai kal lad lena.
I'm sorry,
but today, sir, please listen to me, sir. I'll just take 10 seconds, sir. My issue is somebody is saying that 10,000 people have come on the road in Kashmir and there is automatic firing. It's a lie. Somebody is saying that one Kashmiri Muslim policeman has killed 5 paramilitary troopers. It's a lie. Can you please condemn these lies? Forget about BJP. Forget about Congress. Forget about everything. Forget about your political affiliations. Please, when you speak like this, you don't have to shout. I can hear very well. Don't shout, sir. All I'm trying to say is that when you speak like this and the nation is watching, the first thing the nation says कि इनको अपनी political party से वफादारी ज़्यादा है और अपने मुल्क से कम है. Sir, politics कल कर लें आप कांग्रेस बीजेपी की. कल कर लें सर. कोई बात नहीं. कल चुनाव होंगे, कल कर लीजिएगा. आज तो मुल्क के लिए खड़े हो जाइए. आज तो देश के लिए खड़े हो जाइए. पूरा आज के लिए. अगर मैं बहुत ज्यादा मांग रहा हूं आपसे तो फिर कोई बात नहीं, फिर माफी चाहूंगा आपसे. क्या if I'm asking for too much to stand up for your country? Zaid Hamid is not from the Congress or from the BJP.
Viewers, I want to point out, I want to point out instances of their bias. Can I make one point, please? Can I make one point, please, about this Western, quote-unquote, Western media? Just a minute, please. The Western media, this quote-unquote, some of these groups, New York Times, Washington Post, BBC, are the most biased, the most prejudiced, the most tilted, the most unjournalistic, with no sources out there. And I'll tell you why. When there were reports about large thousands and thousands of Kashmiri youth joining the Indian Army, where were these people reporting? When on the 21st of February, 1 week after Pakistan attacked Pulwama, there were thousands of Kashmiri youth wanting to join the Indian Army in a recruitment camp, where was this BBC? When an American newspaper on 22nd April 2019 published a headline titled under Modi, a Hindu nationalist surge has further divided India in an attempt to defame India. Where was that same New York Times, Nupur, when just a month later, the Sita temple at Ayodhya hosted an iftar for the fasting Muslims in the holy month of Ramadan? These liars don't know anything about the country. No, one more thing, Nupur, let me just complete one point. When these British newspapers say we are Lynchistan, the hour of lynching, the killing of Muslim cow farmers in India, that was the headline. Where were these people when Ayub Pandit in June 27 was lynched to death by stone pelters? Where were they when we put out the proof about what happened in Balakot? Where were they? And these people, this lobby, and I'm also going to say this today, the liar wires and fake scrolls of this country should also think, Nupur, let me complete my point, please. I'm saying it in one breath. I say today the liar wires and fake scrolls should also think today, please do not support Pakistan like you followed them, like you supported them after Balakot. Please, you supported Pakistan in spreading fake UN reports. You know about it. You supported Pakistan by batting for a Nobel Peace Prize. Indians for Imran Khan. Will I be quiet about it anymore? Now shout as much as you want. Now shout. Indians are together, sir. All of these people will be marginalized and exposed now. Nupur.
You were the one who was screaming and yelling about snipers being found.
They have been exposed. The 2019 elections have shown them the mirror that they cannot sell any more of their bunkum fake agenda and propaganda.
Your ministers have been exposed for telling lies.
You have threatened people
to hide
I'm not
soldiers.
talking to you, Mr. Sunit Chopra.
They have said
Mr. Goswami. आप कार में चुपचाप बैठ जाइए, बच्चा पकड़ने वाला सोच के कोई ले जाएगा, आप सुनिए. Mr. Goswami, this is a real serious issue, and my only contention over here is, as you rightly pointed out, what about the Mir Zafars in our country? What about the Mir Zafars and Gaddars in our country? Ironically, I know the stated stand of Pakistan. We all know that this is how ISI behaves. We all know about BBC. But about the Jaychands of India, we have ex-congressmen, we have Mani Shankar Iyer, we have Digvijay Singh literally calling out and saying that, well, look at the foreign media. The foreign media is the only one which is showing the truth. And India is going to lose Kashmir. Kashmir is going to succeed from India.
I'll also tell you how they do it.
We have Mani Shankar
Sambit, Abhijit knows about it. Abhijit, can I draw you into the debate? Abhijit, can I draw you into the debate? You know the techniques. I want to speak to Abhijit, viewers. 1 minute, Abhijit, can I just get you in? Abhijit, you know this, how these people operate on social media. For a minute, I want to bring you into the debate. You know that on Tuesday, the Pakistan ISI started a campaign saying, Republic has asked for a genocide and Kashmiris, which is a complete lie because we were asking for the killing of terrorists. That clip was edited and it was put out there by the same Zaid Hamid and the same Pakistani stooges. But what surprised me was that an inconsequential bearded wonder who used to be a spokesperson for the Congress party, nowadays largely unemployed and unemployable, sitting in the city of Mumbai, is saying, can Republic clarify by forwarding that same video? So there are ways in which some of these people, and Nupur, you mentioned some Indian names. I won't tell you which ones, but many of these people also, immediately after Pulwama and after Balakot, they were tweeting pictures saying Republic has said that one particular regiment of the Indian Army is not going to fight for India. That also was a Pakistan ISI campaign. So what they were doing, this was very smartly done. First, I want Abhijit to come on this. Abhijit, the number of Indians who spread fake news on behalf of the Pakistanis and then go and tell us you can't question us because we are journalists.
The DG ISPR has a very calm, calculated strategy on this. It is called access. What they do is they put up things like Aman Ki Tamasha and whatnot, Mombati Wala goofs, who they take off on fully paid business class junkets. If you remember all those foreign writers, that Michael Kugelman and Anatole Lieven, who wrote Pakistan a Tough Country, they get khubara hunting trips, first class tickets, not even business class tickets, first class tickets to land up in Islamabad, and that is why they toe the line internationally. They do this with Indians as well. You go there, feed them beef and whatnot out there in Lahore, and they all paltofy and say ki acha hai. But let's look at what the BBC has been doing. This was that famous BBC video. I am holding up screenshots of them. The first thing shows you what? People peacefully protesting. And what are Indian troops doing out there? They are sitting calmly and allowing these people to protest. This is the second shot. This was also from the BBC thing, which that horrible woman, Nicola Karim, who has no editorial ethics, was tweeting out. And again, if you look out here, what you will see is very clearly there are sticks visible in the arms of all these protesters. These were not peaceful protesters.
Can I also come
These
in?
were violent, nasty characters, lynch mobs.
Can I come in for a minute?
Out. This
can I
is
add
a
something to
close-up
that?
showing you the sticks in their hands.
Can I come in on that 1 minute? 1 minute. Will you allow me to come in also 1 minute on that? Will you allow me to come in on that for a minute, Abhijit, 1 minute. Abhijit, just half a second of interruption, please. What you're saying is absolutely correct. I would just want to give a clarification out there because people misinterpret things in many ways. Whether people are served beef, mutton, paneer or noodles is not our intention. That is not the issue out here. So I don't want to, I don't want these trivialities sometimes to get misunderstood in the course of a serious discussion. I want to make one point. You are pointing out problems in a particular picture. Can I tell you one thing? They were also sharing videos, right? Saying thousands of people took to the streets in Srinagar after the Friday prayers. Now, if you look at that video, I saw the video, you can hear automatic rifles. The forces use plastic pellets. One reason, fake. Secondly, how are there Pakistani flags in a protest for a free Kashmir, right? If it's about Article 370, where are the Pakistani flags galore? Point number 3, there are at least 3 Jaish-e-Mohammed flags in the video that was circulated out there. BBC had a role in that. Is that from Kashmir or is it a pro-Pak, pro-terrorist flag? Yeah. Fourth point, why is the POK flag and not the Kashmir flag being waved? No. In the videos, you can see the so-called protesters are training the flag of POK, which is yellow, green and has stripes on it instead of the Jammu and Kashmir red flag, which had a white plough and 3 equidistant stripes. Is it accidental propaganda or deliberately biased to circulate the video? Next point, are these protesters or pro-terrorists when Zakir Musa's name is being chanted? Fourth, is this a call for an Islamic state? Because you can see in the videos a man on top of a building addresses a gathering in a particular way and he's talking about the ISIS language. Now, last point, BBC, don't lie. BBC, don't lie. Nationwide campaign, where is the raw footage? BBC, show me the raw footage. BBC, the people of India want you to share the raw footage. BBC, if you have any shame, show us the raw footage or retreat forever and never lecture after this. There should be a nationwide campaign. Call out the BBC. Call out the BBC, show me the raw footage. If you got footage from some terrorist BBC, then say to the people of this country and to all your people across the world that we are an organization that suffices, whose journalism is so thin, whose ethics are so shallow that we take footage from journalists, from terrorists and claim that to be journalism. Nupur, this BBC does no journalism. And we at Republic have exposed them royally tonight. I dare the BBC correspondent come on my program. On the program tonight, I invite the BBC for a debate with me.
They will not. This is the picture that they put up. This is the picture that they put up of an ISIS terrorist, who was killed by the forces in an inter-terrorist civil war that broke out earlier in Kashmir. But look, this is the picture that these guys were carrying. An ISIS cell member standing there in the middle of Kashmir in a so-called Azadi protest. Is Azadi linked to ISIS? Is Azadi linked to Jaish-e-Mohammed?
How have they not raised Balochistan?
BBC says about Hafiz Saeed. BBC calls Hafiz Saeed as a black Pak cleric.
So bothered about human rights.
Who is founder of charity.
That's the biggest evidence that they are on the
BBC
payroll
calls
of ISI.
Hafiz Saeed as a Pak cleric, founder of charity. The BBC does not call out the reality that he is the one on whose head there is a bounty. Yeah, there is a bounty by
what
US
is the BBC source?
Because of his terror involvement.
But you know what this highfalutin BBC is,
but the
which is dripping with lies. No, I can understand.
Al Jazeera reporters are in jail in Egypt on terrorism charges. Al Jazeera has been specifically targeted by American bombers in Afghanistan for being in cahoots with terrorists.
No, can I say this, Abhijit?
Abhijit,
can I say one thing? Abhijit, can I say one thing? Can I add one thing? Another scrap, not worth the garbage heap it's going to be thrown on. The American piece of scrap called the New York Times says 100 young rebels roam the valley, poorly trained and outnumbered by an Indian force nearly 1,000 to 1, but the Indians still can't stomp them out. First of all, will they call Osama bin Laden a rebel? Will they call the Taliban a rebel? Will they call the Al-Qaeda a rebel? Will they call the people who brought down the World Trade Center rebels? I mean, are they mad? And are people in this country mad? Not to question them, but you know what, Saira, for $300 you can buy the integrity of a Mir Jafar sitting in India. For $300 we'll write a piece and celebrate when they get published in these American pieces.
I'll say, Arnab, that no media house, international or national, is above board. And I think the IB industry needs to be really stringent on how they lay out their own their rules. The Home Ministry, the Intelligence Bureau, the IB Ministry, everyone has to work in tandem to ensure that no fake news is released, be it by an international press or a national press. There are enough national presses also.
Yes, Nupur.
That support propaganda.
Nupur is responding. Nupur.
And they peddle that as authentic news, but actually.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Nupur is in. Nupur.
You know, I have only a couple of points to make. Firstly, this is classic Pakistan's fifth column warfare, where they activate their sleeper cells, otherwise and in the media, to act against the national interest and exploit fault lines within India. The Indian media, in cohorts with the international media, of course, happily obliges for much less than $300. Arnab, $300 is way too expensive for Radia girls.
Sorry, ma'am.
Firstly.
You
Secondly, if the international media is so bothered about human rights and human rights violations, how have they not reached Balochistan? And if they haven't reached Balochistan, isn't that proof that they are on the ISI payroll? And if they are on the ISI payroll,
I'm sorry,
why is the
you can't
Indian
question
government
everybody's integrity. I am sorry. Indian media today is a global brand across the world because of a few wrong
Thank you, Syed. I've heard enough of your rubbish.
Wrong ones.
Yeah.
The left Latins media. Okay, shut up. Shut up. Let me make my point. So if they are not on the ISI payroll and they are so bothered about human rights violations, how have they not reached Balochistan, where Pakistan is bombing its own citizens with F-16s? How have they not reached Balochistan? If BBC is talking about all of this, or peddling fake news about Kashmir to fan Hindu-Muslim discord, where was BBC? Where was New York Times when Aurangzeb was killed by terrorists? Are these news organizations? Do these news organizations
viewers,
to bow down to Islam?
The BBC is anyway in such a bad shape. They're in such a bad shape, editorially and financially. They're in such a bad shape in terms of viewership that we have pity on them. But BBC, tell me the source of that video and don't hide behind the garb of journalistic rights. India wants to know when the ISI fed you that video. I'll see you on the other side in debate number 2.